You see, I'm one of the strongest. Actually, I might be the strongest being in this world, and I can pretty much solo the whole world by myself. But you know what? I just wanna chill. That's why I'll always run away from problems and make sure my story remains as boring as possible for any unfortunate soul who decides to actually watch it. A trope is a narrative device that the audience can recognize across several stories. It's like a concept, an idea, or a pattern that is used in different stories to convey some sort of meaning. And sometimes it doesn't have any meaning at all, we just wanna see everyone glaze the MC so we can self-insert. I can say that tropes have been a thing for possibly thousands of years now, and to be fair, they're neither bad nor good. They're simply a narrative device. Some of them are loved by many, like when the protagonist goes into a rage-induced state and goes berserk, and I feel like the first time many of us saw this trope was in Naruto.
You don't wanna see the darkness inside me, boy.
While others are hated by the vast majority of people, like the we've been raised together but we're not actually siblings so we can bang each other trope, though there is always some weirdo who actually enjoys it. Like me, I love it. But despite my questionable taste, even I kinda hate some tropes myself. Like when the protagonist has basically infinite power and could solo anyone in his verse, but he still decides to hide his powers anyway. Cause for some reason, these authors actually take pleasure in keeping the protagonist in the shadows, never showing what they can do, even when it'd be completely fine to do so. Listen, I get it, showing that you're above everyone in your verse could lead to real consequences. And I agree, there is no actually good reason for a character like that to just announce his powers to the whole world. I get it, but for God's sake, at least tell your close family about it. This guy from this anime called Death March refuses to show his full powers even to his closest follower, who's been with him since the first episodes. I actually read the manga up to like chapter 90 or something, and he's still doing it. But I guess we just don't understand how protagonist's mind works. Maybe we're just NPCs after all. But you know what's worse than protagonist who hides his power? It's the one who not only does that, but also just wants to relax, away from every possible fight or even the slightest problem that could actually make the story interesting. But I get it, if I got reincarnated with a bunch of powers, I'd probably try to stay away from problems too, cause I mean, I don't wanna put my ass on the line. So yeah, it's relatable, right? But if I wanted to watch a protagonist living like me, I would just watch a slice of life. Now, what do you guys think of edgy protagonists? I myself enjoy some level of edginess, I don't know if that's a word in English. One example that comes to mind is you from how do I say this word? Charlotte? Maybe? Charlotte. Yeah, whatever. I mean, even the protagonist I am creating can be seen as edgy in many of her lines. But my problem is that kind of edgy where the guy is so committed to being seen as this dark persona that even when he does something good, he has to justify it somehow. He can't just do something good for no reason, apparently. But to be honest, I don't hate this trope, I just think it's a little annoying sometimes. Unlike what this little guy does, which I do hate. This is Will from Wistoria, Wand and Sword. In this world, Will wants to become what's known as a magia vendor, powerful mages responsible for basically protecting the world from invaders. But to do that, he first has to enroll in the Regarding Magical Academy and prove his worth as a magician. The problem is that he's got basically no magical power, but he compensates for it with insane physical skills. At first it feels similar to Mashal, but worse. Will suffers from one of the most annoying tropes ever conceived. He's so passive in any kind of confrontation outside of actual fights that it feels like he has no self-respect. Alright, I have to show you guys. Look at this example.
Is this some sick joke? You're incompetent, and yet...
Dude, say something. Why don't you just... Oh, I get it now. This is Bakugo and Midori all over again. Now, the next one is one of the most hated tropes in anime by a huge part of the community. Can you guys guess it? If you said harem, you're correct. People have a lot of not so good things to say about it, but not me, I absolutely love it. I mean, why give your MC one girl when you can give him 7? But this last trope is one I actually dislike. In a story, there are usually good, evil, and morally gray characters. Not every character needs to have some complex or compelling reason to be one thing or the other. I mean, look at real life. Some people are just kind, while others do despicable acts simply because they want to, like that disgusting creature over there. So I understand that some characters are just more shallow, but I don't know why I take it so personally when I see a protagonist being extremely kind to the point where it feels inhuman. You can call me edgy, alright? But I just don't like it, man. It's one thing for your character to be a good person, and it's another for him to be almost religiously kind. But I won't leave it at just my words. Shigaraki is basically one of the most immoral villains in My Hero Academia. He not only killed many innocent people, but also showed multiple times that he's not gonna change. And when Midoriya, the protagonist, is having his final final fight against the guy, after repeated conflicts, he's still holding back. Even when the mentor of the #1 hero tells him to just give up and annihilate the guy with his strongest strike, he just says, I have to ask why he can't let go of that sad, lonely past of his. All he did was put a lid on it. What is this? My therapy academia? Like, imagine police officer trying to understand an awful criminal and making the whole situation drag on by refusing to use lethal force. Everybody's trying to tell him to just do what has to be done, but you don't get it, guys. He can't give up on anyone, because that's what a hero is. The guy's so kind, he'd be willing to try to understand even him. But just to make things clear, I don't hate My Hero Academia. I love the first 3 seasons and enjoy the fourth one as well. So yeah, these are some tropes I'm not a big fan of. Now, my question is there any trope you don't like? If so, feel free to share your takes in the comments. I'm always reading them. As always, thank you so much for your time. Just know that I value every single one of you for supporting my work here on YouTube. That's it, and I'll see you in the next one.